Who would win this duel? Dr. Robotnik or Bowser? These are two very strong villains who could give each other a hard time. The character duel is back, so place your bets. May the best one win. Let's go! Sonic and Mario are the two most famous characters in gaming, and each has their main villain. On one side, we have Dr. Robotnik, Sonic's villain, and on the other, Bowser, Mario's villain. I'll say right away that both villains are powerful and will put up a good fight. Let's get into the skills and weaknesses of Dr. Robotnik and Bowser. Grab your popcorn and hit the like button because this duel is awesome. Starting with Dr. Robotnik's skills. The guy is very smart and ingenious, creating various technologies, powerful machines, robots. He knows his stuff. Just with these skills, he already earned some points because these are technologies only he can create. He is persistent in his goals. The guy makes multiple plans, and if one doesn't work out, he keeps trying. Oh, and Robotnik always has his charisma. He's a villain, but he's very charismatic. Additionally, Robotnik is skilled in math, physics, chemistry, and everything about computers. This helps when creating his inventions, which are precise and highly calculated. Plus, he's an excellent pilot, which is a very interesting skill. Having a privileged view from above makes a big difference in a duel. If you haven't seen the other character duels on the channel, as soon as this video ends, click on this card and binge watch the playlist. Now, let's talk about Bowser's skills. He's huge and has an insane level of physical strength. One punch from him can send someone flying for 3 days. Bowser can breathe fire and has a hard shell that protects him from attacks. The guy spits fire. He has an army of Koopas that will do anything he asks. His army is loyal and always ready to help Bowser. Plus, he's the king of the Koopas. Bowser has access to mushrooms that can make him shrink or grow in size. That's pretty awesome. Growing bigger, he probably doesn't need that as much, but shrinking could be useful for infiltrating enemy bases. He has so many powers that you could make a whole video just talking about Bowser's abilities. Bowser can also turn into a ball and roll around. Imagine a spiky ball chasing you. That's enough to make anyone run for their life. He can also jump and land hard on the ground, causing a huge earthquake all around him, and he can throw fireballs. This guy is all about fire. Everything he does is fiery. Let's go! Dr. Robotnik's weaknesses. Arrogance. Robotnik has an arrogant and egocentric personality, which can lead him to underestimate his enemies and be caught off guard. He thinks he's the greatest, and that often backfires on him. Failures in his machines. As a scientist, Robotnik relies heavily on his machines, technology, and robots to help him in battles. His creations are not perfect and can have flaws. He is very dependent on a series of things, and if a short circuit happens, it's game over. Bowser throws fire at Robotnik's machines, and everything explodes. But who would win this duel? Hold on, there's still a lot to discuss. You know what would be really awesome? A crossover between Sonic and Mario Brothers characters, where Dr. Robotnik and Bowser face off, and then the two could team up to go after Sonic and Mario. Man, I would love that. Continuing with Robotnik's weaknesses that could seriously hinder him. Sometimes, he makes hasty decisions without thinking them through, and this can jeopardize all his plans and inventions, leading him to lose a duel. Bowser also has his weaknesses, the first being aerial attacks. Because of his size, Bowser can be easily hit from above. If an enemy can fly or has aerial attack abilities, they might have an advantage in a battle. This is the case with Robotnik. He's an expert pilot. Environmental obstacles. Bowser often fights in dangerous environments, like floating platforms in areas with natural hazards, such as rivers of lava. If an enemy can use these obstacles to their advantage, they might be able to defeat Bowser. Lack of intellectual skills. Bowser is known for being quite foolish and impatient, which can lead him to make mistakes or act recklessly in his duels. Both are incredible and powerful characters, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. And both Dr. Robotnik and Bowser would have a chance to defeat each other in a battle, in a duel. They are very strong, each in their own way, but the one with the higher chances would be Bowser. Bowser could throw fireballs at Robotnik's machines, and everything would burn. If Robotnik built a fireproof armor, Bowser could use his spiky ball power to tear through, break the armor, and destroy Robotnik's machine. So, for Robotnik to win, he would have to think really hard about how to defeat Bowser. In this character duel, Bowser beats Dr. Robotnik. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. I've picked some awesome videos for you to click and watch now, one cooler than the other. I'll see you in the next video.